I really wanted to be involved in resource management and specifically forests because it's so cool to be able to be outside all day, every day. I am out year round, and that's probably one of my favorite parts of the job is being able to see every single season, almost every day, and see all the changes happening and be able to experience it. As a forest technician, I help with a whole bunch of different forest management practices. When I first got involved and my first kind of start in the career was doing regeneration surveys. So where they replanted 7 to 14 years later, I would go into those areas and I would navigate there on my iPad on a predetermined grid. And at each plot, I would measure or record what trees are there, species density, and their heights just to make sure they're all coming back sufficiently. They do all the analysis once it's back in the office with the data I collect, but if it's for some reason not sufficiently regenerating, they'll have to go back and replant the trees. One of my favorite parts of my job too is doing cut block layout and specifically marking out buffers around creeks and other water features or other important sensitive areas. So I also mark out buffers in the blocks for stakeholder commitments. So if people use it for recreation or trapping or outfitting. I start my days around 7:30 and most of my days are out in the bush. So I do a bunch of different things. Like I said, regeneration surveys, cut block layout, and I also have done reconnaissance surveys. So I go out and we look for timber, but also like I said, the non-timber features such as like bear dens, species at risk, special birds, anything we see that is a special concern once we are out there. I have encountered many bears on my travels. They're pretty magnificent when you see them from the truck, but when you see your first one in the bush, then it's a little different, but you hope you hear them before you see them, so then you could kind of warn them that you're around too. I think when I tell people what I do, they don't realize that there are so many people on the ground before harvesting happens or after, or like the whole process that goes into forest management. So yeah, a lot of people don't even know that like my job exists, so it's kind of cool to be able to share that with people.